How y'all doing? Good to be here. So today, interchange shortcuts. We're gonna go through the map, show you guys some shortcuts. There's really not a whole lot to this map because it is very solid in terms of how you can flow within it. So it's gonna be a lot of just pathways that especially newer players might not even know about. So if you end up enjoying, really appreciate it. Go ahead, hit that like, hit that sub button. I come out with new videos every Friday. I also stream over on Twitch every Tuesday and Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, as well as Sunday mornings at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. If you end up knowing a shortcut that you'd like to share, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. Really appreciate it. Let's get right to it. So first, we're gonna be outside. We're in that blue fenced off area over to like the front left of Ollie. There's a couple ways you can get out of this. Go from easiest to hardest. So right here, jump on this dumpster and jump over. Pretty easy. Doesn't require any sort of help, so no matter what your strength is. You can even go back in if you are high enough strength. Pretty close. You can see the dumpster right there. You got these boxes. You're able to jump up on these. And then over on top of the crate. Now this one is a little tougher if you're lower strength, so just keep that in mind. Next, over by the minibus that you have to plant the marker on, you can jump up on this container, keep running, and jump right over. Now we're getting to pretty high strength requirements with this one. And lastly, this is the one on the other side. You can jump on these boxes, jump right up, and jump right over. Just kind of showing you a couple different ways so you don't get pinned in with those two exits. Next, we're over behind Ollie. This is coming down from Goshen. You can actually go over here, and right where like this fence meets the concrete, gonna be the lowest spot. You can jump right over and cut that rest of that ramp off of your travel. Now you can do that on all of them, to include this other one over by Ollie and the ones over on the other side by Idea. But if you're coming down this ramp in particular, so you don't expose yourself to Emercom too long, I like to jump off right here and land on this green container, and that way you can take off and hopefully not get shot by any extra campers. The next, we're over here behind Goshen. You go by this little wire wheel, you can jump right over this concrete area onto this trailer, keep walking, jump right down to the tongue, and then you can have Emercom over there. You got no backpack right here. You even got power right down that way. All right, so now we're underneath the mall towards the back center. Come to this little area and you have this opening. You are able to go in here, climb up all these boxes right to the back of Goshen. Now this may come without saying, but you are also able to go down the other direction. All right, now we're in the back of Goshen on the side towards Idea. You come in this back little storage room. Once you get in this area, normally you do have to wrap around all of these little shelves, but you come this way, this little pallet, you're actually able to jump over this pallet, over the boxes, and right over into the food area on the Idea side of Goshen. Furthermore, if you need to go the other way, you come around these boxes, and eventually you'll see like this little black crate over here, and then right to the left of that, you got this stack of pallets. You can jump on those, squeeze right through, and then kind of circumvent, have to go all the way around. Keep going a little bit to the right, then right there you'll have doors which can go right out to that little pathway I just showed you. Now we're on the Idea side offices in Goshen. Now these aren't like super secret or anything, but I call them secret stairways. This is one of Idea secret. You come up these stairways and it goes all the way to the second story. These are one of those things that's very unutilized by people who don't play interchange much, so I did want to show these because they are extremely useful. So just like on the Idea side, you have the offices on the Ollie side. Come out those, and Goshen, and go right up. This one in particular I find very useful because if you're trying to push up towards Tech Light or Ultra Medical, if you're just running right up those escalators, a lot of times you have a tendency to get shot at people who are already up there or people who are coming up behind you. But if you swing down and go through this little secret stairway, run down this hallway, You'll swing a right, a left. You'll be able to see right down towards those two stores. Next, this is also on the second story. You have these little back like storage areas that cut right through the center part of the map. You can use these in order to try to dodge people who may be sniping down that long front area. People that could be over here, you know, maybe sitting up in these rafters towards the big window up front, right in there, over here. And even more so, go ahead and wrap around these escalator and these sandbag areas. You have another little secret hallway that goes through the other side of the mall. Next isn't so much like a shortcut, but say you have people shooting at you from up top and you want to get down below, but you know, you're trying not to get shot. Instead of running down, you can actually run right off the edge and jump off and go down. This will kind of help throw off, you know, what direction you're going, so maybe they don't get as good of a lead, and helps mitigate that amount of time that you're exposed. Lastly, it's very good to try to learn the underneath a little bit. It is pretty simple. You can see it's basically just like a U with a little bit of extra up there towards the top of the map, but a lot of people don't utilize the basement. So especially people who don't play it a whole lot, you can learn how to do some rotations, especially places like Ollie and Idea that have multiple sets of escalators that go down into the underground. You can really use those to do a nice little flank on people, which I will show you an example of right here. So for example, say you're shooting at someone towards the back of Ollie right here, and you might not be able to get a good angle on them, and it's wide open to your side, so you can't rotate. Go ahead and run down towards these escalators, just outside going towards Goshen. Once you hit the bottom, hang left, another left, another left, and yet one more left. Now you see these set of escalators. Go ahead and go up these escalators, and now you have a completely different angle on that same exact area. Now these escalators do make a little bit of sound, but using things like grenades and whatnot can help mitigate that. So I hope this helps. Hope you learned a little bit. And Interchain can be a very intimidating map, especially for new guys. So I really hope, you know, that maybe this helps you navigate it. Maybe rat a little bit if you need to. You know, get in, get your task items, get out. But like I said, if you guys enjoyed, really appreciate it. Hit that like, hit that sub. Come out with new videos every Friday. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.